channel. I'm Jay, for those of you who don't know. If you like this video, go ahead and, thumbs up and subscribe to see what else I got coming up. And so I'm just gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell y'all the story about the time about my first fight, and about how I had to drag that hoe. So when I was in middle school, I had transferred to a new school at towards the end of the year, so it was only like a month or two left in that year. So me and this girl, what am I gonna call her? We're just gonna call her Tree for the sake of the story, because she was real tall. So me and Tree, that was my girl, that was my homie. We rode the bus together and everything. We was in the same class or whatever. So boom, we were just friends. So, well, me and Tree, we were friends, and then we weren't friends, and then we were friends. And this was during the time that we became friends again. So Tree was beefing with these other two girls, right? And what we gonna call them? One of them is gonna be Keisha, and the other I can't say her name. So it's just gonna be Keisha and Felicia, all right? So let me give y'all the description of Keisha. Keisha is this real big, ghetto rah-rah girl. She was like, what's up? What's up? One of them kind of girls, dead, that's who she was. And Felicia was just, one of them girls that you just, she was just one of them. In middle school, I was about that. I was always up in the mix. I just had to be that. I just had to be in the mix. I'm not like that now. If some drama going on, I'd be like, what's the tea? And then I'd be like, don't leave me out of it. But back then, if one of my friends had beef, they wasn't just beefing with you, they beefing with me because you my friend. But I don't do that no more. But back then I was like, you can't beef with my friend and not have beef with me. What you think this is? So Tree had beef with Keisha. Okay. Felicia was also one of them rah-rah friends. If you had beef with Keisha, you had beef with Felicia. Ain't no way around it. But the main problem has always been with Keisha, because she's just a hood bitch. She's just a ghetto bitch, and then nobody like her. Tree and Keisha was beefing, so that was really who the problem was with. It was Keisha. But Felicia was rah-rah-rah. She was one of them Captain Save-Alls, So Keisha and Tree, they would just bicker back and forth, and then Felicia would jump in and they would be tag teaming her. And when I would be around, I'd be like, oh no, what? No. So then we would all four of us would just get to arguing. And I remember this one day at lunch, how in middle school you beef with somebody, then you friends, and you beef with somebody, then you friends. That's how Tree was. She was real flip-floppy. Like I said, me and Tree had fell out once already, but had got back friends. So that's basically what ended up happening again with Keisha and Felicia. I guess, I don't know, I don't understand her. But one day at lunch, me and Tree were sitting next to each other, and we were facing the lunch line. We were close at a table close to the lunch line. And Keisha and Felicia were in the same class, so when they came to lunch, they went through the line, they had to pass our table. So Keisha, I don't even know who was looking at me, but one of them was looking at me. So I was like, what? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? So then they got to popping and blah blah blah. They both got to going at me. So remember, Felicia was just Captain Save-All. All the real beef was with Keisha. So, but both of them got to popping, and me and Tree sitting right next to each other now. Now, whenever they would be going in on Tree, I'd be like, oh no, y'all not gonna talk to my bitch like that. Y'all not finna talk to her like that. But this time, when they started going in on me, Tree was so while we was arguing, I'm trying to bring her into, I'm trying to grab her and bring her into the argument. Because I'm like, you can't leave me hanging like this, Tree. Like, you just can't. So I'm trying to bring her into the mix. So while they talking to me, I'm like, she must be talking to you because she ain't talking to me. She can't be talking to me. Who's she talking to? Who's she talking to? That's like basically how I kept talking to her. I was like, who's she talking to? Because she can't be talking to me. Is she talking to you? Oh, she can't be talking to me. Let me show y'all what Tree was doing. Whole argument. Every time I said something, she was like she was like real nonchalant. Like she didn't want to be in it. Like you could tell she didn't want to be in it. So Keisha and Felicia got tired of arguing with me and they went to go get their lunch. Cause I was about to get up. I was eating. I was enjoying my food. Keisha, let me show you what she did. Cause she was one of them. Yeah, bitch. She was one of them kind of girls. Like, let me show you what she did. She did this quite a bit. Now that I think about it, she was like, you know what? I don't got time for this. And she did one of them real hood neck rolls. Like, I just let it go after that. You know, I wasn't about to be like, damn, you ain't even gonna back me up. I just let it go. So fast forward to our connection time. Like, our connections are like electives in middle school. We had 2 each semester, and this semester we all happened to be in PE together. Me, Tree, Keisha, and Felicia. Like, we were in PE together. So the way that our middle school was set up, like each no it wasn't. Yeah, we could pick our own connections. Like, we could go to different connections, but anyway, we all had PE together. So Keisha and Felicia, they had kept looking at me. They was looking at me the whole period. Like, while we was changing in the locker room, while we was in the gym preparing to go outside, they was just mugging me. So eventually I had just got tired of it. So we had went outside to play kickball. You know, we had to warm up in the gym or whatever, and then we went outside to the field to play kickball. Now let me give y'all a layout of our field. It was like a baseball diamond, like a baseball field, then like just a field, and then it was like trees, like a hill with trees on it. And the boys were on the playing field. Like, I don't know what, I think they were playing football or something, and we were playing kickball on the baseball diamond. And but Tree had, we walked outside, we was playing for a minute, and Tree had got sick or something. Like, I don't know, she said she felt like she was, I don't even remember, but the PE coach was like, Jaya, go walk her to go sit in the shade under the trees. So I walked her over there. Boom, that was it. She was just hanging out over there basically the whole time. So then Keisha and Felicia, no, it wasn't even Felicia, it was Keisha. We had just like switched spots. I had went back to play after I took Tree to sit under the trees. You know, we were switching sides. Our team had just kicked and got out, so we were switching sides to go to the bases. So I was standing on third base. I know exactly what base I was standing on. That's so weird. But anyway, I was standing on third base, and Keisha was walking past me, and Keisha was like, you know, that ugly ghetto bitch face. My bad, y'all. My thing had died. But like I was saying, Keisha was mugging, like, real nasty. Like, so like I said, they had been staring at me the whole freaking class time. Like, so I was like, bitch, what are you looking at? So Keisha started walking up, and you know, we arguing back and forth or whatever. Keisha starts walking up, and then out of nowhere, like, I see Felicia coming from behind her, like on the other side of the field. Like, I saw Felicia coming. So Felicia comes charging at me like a fucking bat out of hell, y'all. And at this point, I think she surprised Keisha too, because Keisha had stopped, but Felicia was still coming. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna have to whip this bitch ass. Like, I'm gonna have to beat her up. I'm gonna have to beat her up. So, y'all, Felicia walked up to me, and when I tell you, this girl pushed me, and I literally saw the color red. I saw the color red. Like, I know, like, I've heard people say that, like, I saw red. Like, I literally saw the color red, and I never experienced that before, and I have not experienced that since. Once she pushed me, and my hands touched, the moment this girl laid hands on my chest, I saw the color red, okay? It was like, she pushed me, and it was just like red. And when my hands touched the ground, y'all, you would have thought I was on a trampoline the way I bounced back on that ass. Like, I was like, bloop. Like, she was not, who, not me. You're not finna play me like that. So, you know, I'm, tearing that ass up, right? This girl grabs the back of my neck, and, like, she bends me over. Like, she bends me over by the back of my neck. And at this point, everybody is like, trying to separate us, trying to break us up, so everybody's in the way. And the PE coach had my waist. Like, she was like, tailback, go, like. And Felicia still had the back of my neck, so she was just holding the back of my neck and holding my head down. Like, my face is basically in her knee. She tried to knee me in the face, but not today, honey. Not my beautiful face. Like, don't be mad because you an ugly bitch and I'm cute and you trying to knee me in the face. Like, get out of here. So I'm still, she got my neck. I'm still just like, trying to get to her. And she had on a green shirt, y'all. I remember this. She had on a green shirt. And there was, like, you know what, everyone was trying to break us up. You know, the kid couldn't see because my face was, like, leaning down or whatever. I saw green, so I'm just like, boom. I hit her one time, but it was the wrong girl, right? Because she had on green, too. So after they split us up, the coach was like, take her over there, take her over there. So they took Felicia on the other side of the field. And at this point, Felicia had an audience, so she was like, she being one of them, she was one of them. And then the girl that I hit on accident over there, oh, I'm gonna whoop that whole ass, I'm gonna beat her up, I don't, who she thinks she is, I don't, blah blah. First of all, okay, no one told you to try to jump in and break up a fight. Like, first, like, don't. Second of all, you had on a green shirt, you saw me swinging, you didn't try to move, so I'm just hold it down. But I apologized to her after the fact, but she still don't like me to this day because I hit her in that fight. But Tree, let me tell you about Tree. Tree, after the fact, Tree was like, Tree came over there, and Tree is the one that walked me down to the principal's office, because the coach was like, take her to the principal, take him to the principal, take him to the VP, excuse me. So Tree came out of the trees, right? And she was like, oh my God, was that you? I just saw a pink shirt and little hands flying. At this point, I'm like, okay, you really not my friend, but you can be my friend for a minute, okay? So she walked me to the VP or whatever, and he had us both in the office, like, together, like, side by side. And, you know, at this point, I'm still breathing hard. I'm mad as shit. Felicia, he goes, so I'm gonna ask y'all, who's Mr. Lee, coolest VP I've ever had. He was like, so what happened? Felicia opens her mouth and she goes,
well, I was minding my business and she just walked up to me and pushed me.
what? Y'all, he knew from jump that the girl was lying, because of the way that I reacted. I was like, I'm still breathing hard, y'all. I'm mad. I'm breathing hard. I'm like, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So he was like, you know what, you just go sit in ISS for a minute and let me talk to her, then I'm gonna come get you. So I went to ISS and sat down, and then she came back and, like, he walked her to class and came back and got me. Walked her to ISS. They had us in ISS together. First of all, hold on, let me rewind that. They put us in ISS together all day, first of all, after we just got to beat each other up. Like, anyway, he bought Felicia to ISS and came and picked me up. So we went back to his office and we talked. And I'm still mad as shit. he wasn't even saying nothing of importance. He was just like, well, for fighting, you know, that's 3 days. So basically he told me that I had 3 days of suspension, and I wasn't even trying to hear it. I was just like, whatever, I don't care. It's a vacay for me, to be honest. But Felicia was one of those kids that was always in trouble. Like, she was always getting suspended for something, always doing something. And me, you know, like I said, I was basically brand new to the school. All the teachers loved me. Like, I wasn't a problem child, like a problem student, but she was well known in the office, you know. When I got home, I told my mom, I told my aunt first, because I went to my aunt's house. I was like, I got in a fight today, and I got 3 days of suspension for it, even though I didn't hit her first. So anyway, my mom and my granny, they just not about that. Like, it ain't going down like that. So first thing the next morning, all 3 of us went up to the school, and the vice principal was basically like, well, I know that she's a, you know, a problem child, you know, she got stuff going on at home, but that's no excuse for her to be acting the way that she's acting. Even though he wasn't really supposed to be telling us his girl business, but he was basically like, I know Jay didn't do nothing. Like, I know it's just self-defense. That was just a formality. I had to tell her she had 3 days because it was just a formality. And he was like, since I know who the other girl is, and she's a problem student, so he threw away my write-up. It never went on my record, and he gave me 1 day of in-school suspension just as a formality, so that, you know, other kids or students, or teachers wouldn't be like, oh, she didn't get punished for fighting, blah blah blah. He dropped me an ISS for 1 day, and that was the end of that. And Felicia still got 3 days of suspension. First of all, yeah, Shawty got 3 days of suspension. Wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because he knew she was lying, and that's what it was. I didn't get in trouble for that. I wasn't in trouble at home. My mom was like, well, did you win? Basically, yeah. Yeah. The fuck, dude. But yeah, it's basically the story about the time I had to beat a hoe up. Like,